Hey, what's up guys, the Moonlight Ninja here, and today I'm going to be talking about Season 3 and the sort of costumes I want to come out, and the characters and such. Sorry if you hear me coughing and like that. Sorry if you hear that and, you know, my bad voice and all that, because I am sick at the moment, so I apologize. I don't need to cough a lot, I am dying. I'll try to edit it all out, but who knows. Anyway, let's get straight into what costumes I would like the characters to have in Season 3. So I'll quickly pull up this menu that I've got here of the characters I wrote out on the forms. Alright. So, this is the sort of costumes I would like to see come out eventually. For Jago, Hooded Monk, no mask. That's two separate costumes there. So Hooded Monk, Jago, and the no mask Jago. Sabrewulf, half human. Count Sabrewulf. A more accurate classic, you know, one with that actually looks good. And a possessed by Omen Shadow Sabrewulf. You're gonna hear Shadow costumes for pretty much every character, so prepare for that, because I much rather have Shadow costumes over Shadow characters, because that way you can still see what the characters look like, but you don't have to put in the whole new moveset and waste a slot. It can just be a costume, so I'd rather costumes, to be honest. Okay. Glacius. Classic grey alien, you know, the greys. Also, I'm gonna have some guest costumes. Oh, which reminds me, Sabrewulf, I'd like a Banjo-Kazooie guest costume for him. You know, change the color of his... Well, this is more accessories for him than costumes, but yeah. Give him brown fur, yellow pants, and then the Banjo-Kazooie accessory of, you know, the blue backpack with, you know, maybe Kazooie hanging out the back. That's just a little, you know, a little nod to Rare. Glacius, grey alien, yeah. Guest costume for Glacius, Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat. Killer Instinct 1, classic with the glowing veins. Because we already have a classic for him, but I'd like, you know, a classic with the actual glowing veins. Because the ones we have now, I think is Killer Instinct 2 classic. So a Killer Instinct 1 classic with the glowing veins would be pretty cool. Possessed, Omen, Shadow, Glacius. Thunder, real classic. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many times they say they're not gonna do it. I'm gonna bitch about it until they do it. Real classic. I'll fuck you up. Indian Chief with the long headdress and, you know, animal skin clothing. That's a lot different from the original classic, like, you know, an actual chief with like a really long headdress, like down to God knows where. And possessed by Omen, Shadow, Thunder. Sidera, Veil. Sidera, you know, from when we first saw it in the trailer, people didn't like that because they thought it looked too much like Melina. So they changed it and made the Veil people to be out to be other assassins, but that's just what they swapped out for Sidera, because, you know, people complain. But I'd like to see the Veil come back, so Veil, Sidera. Black spider suit, so like a widow suit. So basically latex, you know, other spider arms hanging out. Well, she has two normal ones, obviously, so what's that, 6 spider arms hanging out inside. Possessed Omen, Sidera, Shadow Sidera, Orchid, okay. Killer Instinct 2 outfit with the Tonfas. So, the one where you can, like, see her thighs and change the weapons to the actual Tonfas that she had in Killer Instinct 2. It wouldn't change the gameplay at all. It's just the look of her weapon. What have we got here? Spy latex suit. Come on. Possessed. Hang on. Killer Instinct comic design. Okay, what I mean by this is there's actually, in the comics, Sadira pretends to be someone else by dressing up, and, she has, like, this weird purple suit, so, yeah, I'd like to see her have that as a little nod to the comics. Possessed Omen, Shadow, Orchid, with what? Oh, with size, so her weapon, you know, instead of Tom Fizz or the laser things she has now, change them to size. It wouldn't change the gameplay. It would just, you know, replace weapons. Spinal. Alive Spinal. So basically just what he looks like with skin. Grim Reaper Spinal. Oh, how cool would that be? You know, have his weapon switch out with instead of a sword, have the scythe. So yeah, Grim Reaper Spinal would be so cool. There was also this other Spinal that I saw, of a costume that I wanted way back. I was watching a video of a puppet who had a skeleton, and he was like wearing Slash gear, you know, Slash as in the Rockstar. But yeah, he had like the bandana on still, and it looked so much like Spinal, just in like leather clothing. It looks cool, so I reckon that would be cool. Sort of like our gay Thunder classic we have now with the leather jacket with Killer Instinct on the back. So that I reckon that would be cool. And the costume had like really tight skinny jeans and stuff. It looked really cool for Spinal. So, you know, even replace the sword with a guitar. I reckon that'd be pretty cool anyway. Who we on to next? Fulgore. Terminator type body with metal human shaped head? Oh! Okay, yeah. So, basically, make them look like a Terminator when their skins all melted off. Okay, another guest costume, Mortal Kombat again. Cyrax / Sector. A more accurate classic, because the one he has now is too fat, and the one in the Killer Instinct Classic was fat, but it wasn't as fat, and his face was like slimmer, and it looked better. So I want something that looks more like that. Also, I forgot for Spinal, the Shadow Spinal. Also Shadow Fulgore. Onto Shadow Jago. Killer Instinct 2 Shadow costume. What do I mean by that? Oh! In the old Killer Instincts, you could unlock these colors, which was like the gold color or the silhouette color, which was like a shadow color, but you could, yeah, it was basically just a shadow. No, it was like a silhouette that you could see through, and that was the shadow color. So I reckon that would be really good for Shadow Jago's. For Shadow Jago, yeah. Retro Shadow Jago. Just, you know, Jago's retro, but more for Shadow Jago. Completely taken over by Omen. So this costume I reckon would be pretty cool, you know. With Shadow Jago, it was Omen has possessed Shadow Jago. Omen has possessed Jago to become Shadow Jago, but he was resisting the whole time. So I reckon if there was a costume where Omen completely consumed Jago, it would be like a Super Shadow Jago, like veins popping out and like real demonic looking eyes and stuff. I reckon that'd be really cool. Okay, TJ. Killer Instinct 1 Boxing Glove Classic Costume. Come on, why has that been done? I mean, sure, the classic he has now, his retro, whatever they call it, retro's classics, I like to call them classics. His retro now is, Killer Instinct 2. I want to see his Killer Instinct 1 with the boxing gloves. another guest in costume. Jax, Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry, just Mortal Kombat. The two games, they clash, so I'd like them to, you know, cross over in some sort of way on this. And Possessed by Omen, Shadow Jago, Shadow TJ combo. Maya, more accurate classic, because the one she has now is just, it's almost there, it's almost perfect, but the hair fucks it up completely. I want to see a classic costume for Maya, whatever, I call her Maya. Yeah, I want to see a classic costume with her, you know. It's not long like her normal, but it's longer than what she has now because it's pretty short. Like, it's about down here, you want her hair. It's like really fluffy instead of the dreadlocks. Warrior Princess one like Xena, sort of. That would be cool for Maya. And Possessed by Omen Shadow Maya. Well, next one. Kunra, living with, what did I write here? Living with transparent bandages made out of energy. Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, I want to see a costume of him living, but because his character is a mummy and is wrapped up in bandages, to compensate for the moves, because he uses his bandages as his moves, they put energy there, and he just does the same moves but with energy instead of bandages. So the sand moves will still be sand, but he just uses energy for his bandages when he's in his living costume, that's all. Enslaved with chains. Now, what I mean is, his bandages becomes chains for this costume, and he's enslaved because Gargus has showed up. He revealed he made Gargus come into Killer Instinct, and I think, you know, Gargus enslaving him would be good to the story. So, you know, enslaved with chains. And Possessed by Omen, Shadow Kunra. Riptor, more accurate classic. Again, man, I really fucking hate how everyone's like, it's spot on. It's really not. It's really not spot on at all. Riptor's final color, that looks more like her classic than the classic we have now. So, you know, a more accurate classic would be good. Dripping with blood. So, you know, a costume with you know, like blood all dripping from her mouth and she's cut up and stuff like that. I reckon that'd be pretty cool. Possessed by Omen Shadow Riptor. God, I gotta cut all these bloody coughs out. Omen. Bird wings and beak demon. So, I would think it'd just be cool to have like a bird-like costume for him. Omen with skin. I just want to see what it would look like. What would Omen look like if he had skin? Argonos, made out of diamonds. I reckon that'd be really, really cool. Made out of just energy, so remove the rocks and just leave the energy there. Broccoli Man. More on the Broccoli Man. And Possessed by Omen Shadow Argonos. Oh, Argonos. Whatever. Hisako, alive. Stereotype transparent ghost. And Possessed by Omen Shadow Hisako. Cinder, Ben Ferris, human on fire. So basically, what he looked like before he becomes Cinder, but, you know, just have fire bits coming off of him because he still needs it for his moves. So basically, him when he was still Ben Ferris. Concept art alien like Cinder. They had this cool concept art for him. It looked epic. I'd love to see that as a costume. Possessed by Omen Shadow Cinder. Arya. This is what I'd like to see for her. How she looked in the ending of season 1 cutscene. I really want to see that. I was pretty much raging when they didn't do that. Hard light holographic AI. So since Arya is an AI, I want to see what she would be like if she was a hologram, but since she needs to hit people, hard light. So it's solid. And possessed by Omen Shadow Arya. Rash, Zits swap out and name / voice change costume. So yeah, basically it still plays like Rash when you go in to the game, but just the name that says Rash will change to Zits, and obviously the voice will change to, you know, a different voice actor. And that's basically it. It's just the gameplay is still the same, but the costume, voice, and name is all changed. So to Zits. Same thing. Pimple, swap out, name, voice change, costume, and possessed by Omen Rash. I think that'd be awesome. Kenwu classic. That's a given. Warrior Dragon Armor. That would be so cool. Possessed by Omen Shadow Kenwu. Tusk classic. That's a given. Black leather jacket, jeans with sunglasses and a blonde goatee. I reckon that would be cool. And possessed by Omen Shadow Tusk. Gargus classic, obviously. Devil. I want to see him with like devil horns and, you know, a devil tail and that sort of stuff. That'd be cool. Arbiter. I haven't actually made up anything for him yet, but you know, he has to have his Halo 5 look with the big headdress, and I don't know if that will be his normal or not. But also another thing can be his how he used to look in Halo 2 with just, you know, his regular armor. Another idea could be just a regular elite armor like he used to wear before he became the Arbiter. And now this character hasn't been announced for the game at all, but I really want him to be in there. Idol. This is my idea for idols. Classic, obviously, and demonic idol. That would be badass, because idol's meant to be this big badass, two-headed Cyclops Minotaur demon guy as it is. But if he was all demonic as well, like fires coming from his eyes and like veins, and, you know, just powered up and looking really evil, that would look so cool. So yeah, they're my costume ideas for all that. God, 19 minutes already. It'd probably be short for you guys because I cut it back from all the editing from the coughing. On to what characters I think might come out. Joanna Dark is a guest people want, but I'm not sure if they'll do another guest. But if they do, that's the one I'm assuming they would bring out. I personally would like Goro from Mortal Kombat, because I think he would fit into the universe really well. Or Slender Man. Don't get me wrong, I know you're probably thinking, Slender Man, what the fuck? But hear me out. His character design is like a monster, a scary monster sort of thing, and that would fit into the game, just his all-around look. He'd be a good zoning character because of his long limbs and his tentacles. And he's not technically owned by anyone, as in rights. So because it's a creepypasta character, and there's the Slender Games, but that's on the Xbox anyway, so Microsoft sort of has a connection there. So getting the rights to Slender Man would be easy as well. Don't get me wrong, you're all probably thinking that's this really stupid idea, but just think about it. His character design would fit really well just because of the way he looks and the way he moves, and just I reckon he'll be a really cool guest character. Vampire character, that's I'm pretty sure that's confirmed there's going to be one. What do I think about that? Well, number one, has to be male. There's a few people out there that says female. Actually, I think it's just one guy who keeps saying female. That's a terrible idea. It's terrible. Female vampires just don't work. You might as well make the character related to Twilight, or you know, your vampire university, whatever the hell it's called. That stupid chick flick vampire thing. No, make him a male vampire. Give him the tropes of the, you know, original Dracula, you know, Count sort of vampire dude. I hope they bring in the music from the original vampire that was cut out from Killer Instinct 2. I reckon that'll be cool if there was like a revamped version of that, just to, you know, nod at Killer Instinct 2. Another character I'd like to see is a genie. That'd be cool. A Wendigo. I learned about Wendigos not so long ago. They seem pretty cool. So a Wendigo would be pretty badass as a character. I want to see an insect, a praying mantis, more so, and I don't want it to be an alien like people want it to be. I really don't want another alien. I want it to be just a full-on, just an insect, like a giant insect. So a praying mantis I think would be really, really cool. Eagle. If the roster does end up being bigger than 8 or 9, 8 and 9 is normally the limit, but if it does end up being larger, like I feel in my gut, I think Eagle would be a good character to put in. I know he's technically Fogel or whatever, but I reckon Eagle would be, I don't think Eagle is actually in Fogel. I think part of Eagle's mind has been put into Fogel, but through other means that isn't actually him. So I think Eagle being like maybe in captivity somewhere would be cool, and actually breaking out, Thunder could find him and, you know, become a character. If not that, then back to the costumes idea, I think Eagle as Fogel would be pretty cool costume, like sort of like how I was talking about how Zitz replaces Rash with his the name, voice, and look, but the gameplay still stays the same. I think if they had a Fogel costume which was like still Fogel's legs and arms, but the torso and head was Eagle, and then the Fogel name was changed to Eagle, and like Eagle's voice was put in, that would be pretty cool. So, you know, like it's like a cyborg version of Eagle. It's still Fogel because he has the legs and the arms, but and that's what keeps the gameplay as Fogel's gameplay, but you can still see Eagle as his own character and not Fogel, but you know, just non-canon costume. It'd be cool just to let us play as Eagle. And yeah, also other characters I'd like to see, they're already getting the rights to guest characters, so why not get the rights to comic book characters from the original Killer Instinct comics? There was there's the chairman, there's Kara, there's I can't think of the guy's name, but he has a little goatee and his suit's all yellow. Just, you know, the comic book characters would be good characters to use in this. The chairman, I think, would be a good character trope to use, you know, like if you play Tekken, there's this character named Bob, which is like this really fat guy, but he's like fast and he uses his fists and stuff. I think he's a grappler. I reckon the chairman would be cool if he was like him. Car, I see her as a gunslinger character, and Instinct sort of send out Riptors because in her story she's have create Riptors, or they have some sort of connection. So, you know, throwing out Reptors would be cool. For Kara. And that other guy, I think it's like Demix or something, I can't think of his name, but the goatee guy. I don't know too much about him, but he could have some sort of move. I don't know. Just, you know, just characters from the comics would be good. Characters that are confirmed, let's see, Rash, Arbiter, Kimwu, Tusk, Gargus, they're all confirmed. And yes, Gargus is confirmed. What are the new characters that are coming out? I think Mira from Maya's story will be a new character, and this is why. A while back, I think was it Adam? One of the devs, they said if the new character comes out, it will be a sibling to a season 2 character. So far, Mira is the only sibling mentioned to be from a season 2 character, which is Maya's sister. And I'm pretty sure I heard that the sibling would be female. A lot of people say no, but I swear I heard that somewhere. So yeah, I think Mira will be that character. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, I'm expecting 8 characters, but I have this feeling in my gut like there's going to be more, which would be awesome, because then you can have your all the guests you want, and you can have all the returning and a few new characters, and it would be great. Because what is there? There's Kim, Tusk, Gargus, and Idol left. Gargus, Kim, Tusk all confirmed. Idol's not confirmed. They won't say anything about Idol. It really is starting to piss me off, because I want Idol more than anything else, because he's the only Killer Instinct 1 character left, and that hasn't been put in the game. All these other characters are all Killer Instinct 2. Idol needs to be in there. They're saying all this stuff about he's a boss. Yeah, he was a boss, but he was still a character in Killer Instinct. He deserves the same spotlight as anyone else. And not only was he the boss, but he was the original boss. Without him, there would be no Killer Instinct, really. So yeah, so I'd love Idol to be in there. His design's cool. He's unique. It's I don't see why they can't just redesign him and put him in the game. He's pretty deadly. They say he's too much like Argonos. No, it's not. The only similarities they have is they're big and they use clubs. Thing is, Argonos, it's not even a club, it's a big rock. And to get that, he has to summon other big rocks to grab it, or he goes into his instinct. That's the only way to use it. Idol has his club all the time. That's his thing. And I'm pretty sure that Idol's big, but the thing is smaller than Argonos. He would be somewhere in between Glacius. I think Glacius is the tallest character. Somewhere in between Glacius and Argonos. So yeah, Idol needs to be in the game. As for some other characters, they still need to tell us who the nobleman is, and the general who helped Conra and Spinal betray the king. So yeah, I think the general and the nobleman might be cool characters. I reckon it would be cool if the general was Tusk and the nobleman is the vampire character. And I would like the king to also become a character later on, if the roster does go above 8. I think a zombie king would be pretty cool. I really want a zombie trope in there somewhere, and you know, with the king being dead and all, that'd be cool for him. You know, just come back, freak the fuck out of Conra. That's for sure. So yeah, let's move on to game modes. New game modes. They need to bring up they need to bring back some of the game modes from the classic games that was on the Nintendo. What was there? There was tournament mode, team mode. Was that it? Alright, tournament, team, practice. We already have practice. Yeah, it was just tournament and team. Bring them modes into it. And I'd like to see tag team as well. You know, the swap in, swap out. Also, I'd like to see the tag team mode from Street Fighter X Tekken, I think it was, where it was scramble mode, which was like 4 people on screen at once. Oh, that'd be so cool! Imagine the juggles you could get out of it, especially now that everyone can juggle. So yeah, I reckon tag team mode would be pretty cool to be added to the game. Also, things that need to be added into the game is humiliations, no mercies, and ultimates. Shadow Jagger already has an ultimate, but I think all the other characters need to get ultimates as well. No mercies, we need multiple of them for each character. Humiliations need to come back. And I'd like to see some more ultras for characters, a second ultra for characters. And there was one other thing, oh yeah, stage ultras for other stages. Spinals, you know, the big octopus thing, whatever that's called. I can't remember what the name is now. I keep thinking Colossus, but that's not it. Kraken, that's the one. Stage Ultra or Kraken, for Spinal, Sidera, the big spider, and I think Cinder needs one too. I know he's a Season 2 character, but I really think that Cinder needs a Stage Ultra, that someone needs to get kicked into the lava. It needs to happen. Yeah, more Stage Ultras for the Season 3 stages, because I noticed Kim Woo never had one. But yeah, Stage Ultras, Season 1, 2, 3, humiliations, multiple no mercies, more ultras, and ultimates. They asked us a while ago if we wanted Shadow Kim, Shadow Maya, or Shadow Orchid. I think Shadow Orchid will be the one to make more sense because of the DNA that Omen has from Shadow Jago from Jago, so since they're siblings, the bloodline would make it easier to take him over. But yeah, all in all, I'm really excited for Season 3, and I hope it's a good one. This is the Moonlight Ninja signing out. Oh, and PC sucks ass.